Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Oh, there's glitter everywhere. How is everybody doing today? I am very chaotic. It is a very busy weekend for me. This next week is going to be crazy, but all good things. And it's going to be just me today. April ended up having plans, so we're going to sprint for probably a couple times, but not as long as normal, just because I got a lot to work on. How is everybody today? Oh my gosh, let me put up there we go. I'm, like, my brain is going 500 miles per hour, and I'm not firing on all engines. It's a very chaotic day. If you aren't aware, next weekend is Thanksgiving, which is crazy because it was farther away this year, but it also is just like, how is it here already? But if you don't know, I have a small business and uh, this is like the busiest time of the entire year for small businesses. Next weekend, I have a 2-day vendor event. I also am having early Black Friday sales on my Etsy. It's just chaos. I've been really thankful getting lots of orders in, but then trying to like restock at the same time. It's been pure chaos. Um, but yeah, so sorry that I'm like, what? um, but so I was hoping to actually read today, but that's not gonna happen. I have the audiobook to The Women by Kristen Hanna, and I was hoping to tandem read that because I have the actual book, but I only have 5 days left of it, and I don't know how well that's gonna go. And then I actually was hoping to start reading our book club pick this weekend, which is Quicksilver by Callie Hart, I think. I don't have a physical copy of it, and I was going to buy it, but it's all on pre-order now. You can't get it until December 3rd. Which is fine and dandy, but that is the day after our discussion. So I'm gonna have to read on my Kindle, which is fine. I'll probably read it on my iPad because my Kindle is really old. But have any of you guys started reading Quicksilver? I know a lot of people have started reading it already and absolutely loved it. I like waiting till closer to our discussion, which is going to be on December 2nd. It's that Monday, the first Monday in December at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm really excited to read it, because I've only heard really good things from everybody else, but if I read it too soon, I will forget all the details. So I like waiting last minute. So let me know if you guys have started reading it yet. Um, but yeah, so I was hoping to read The Women because I got the audiobook, and now I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to put that aside. I'm listening to Wicked, the book, because I get to see Wicked, the movie, tonight, which so many people have told me, and I've heard the book is not the same as the musical or the movie. And I can confirm. I mean, I've never seen the play or the movie, but I've listened to the whole soundtrack and I kind of have like an idea of what happens and I've seen a ton of spoilers and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely not PG. It's definitely raunchy and crude and there's just like a lot of inappropriate things that you're like, what was the point of that? There's a lot of cheating, and just like weird comments. I wasn't like it didn't bother me at first, but now I only have like 3 hours left of the audiobook, and there's just some stuff that's like, why? Oh, why did you have to, like, put that in there? What does that add to the story of it at all? And I heard that the play, like, the musical is, like, the best parts of Wicked, which I'm assuming I'm gonna love it. I love Defying Gravity. I was a Gleek. I loved Glee. I was not a theater kid, but I was an FFA kid, and actually, this is how, like, crazy things are tied together, but our FFA walking to our classroom, it was like the shop work area. Like wood shop was to the right, but on the left, it was just like cement and brick walls. And my FFA advisor actually had us paint a yellow brick road into the FFA room. And then we painted murals all over the walls of like the different FFA emblems. So, and then I was in, this is going down like a tangent, but I was actually in agricultural issues for FFA. And that is where you literally just, like, act out a scene, but it's, like, pros and cons of an agricultural issue, but it was acting, like, you act a part, and you have a scene, and so we made sets and stuff, so but I can't sing, like, I can't sing. However, all that being said, I just know I'm gonna love Wicked. I get to see it tonight. It's my first time going to the movies in, like, 2 years. It's the first time Matt has been since, Marvel Endgame, like, part 2. He hasn't been since that came out, so I'm very excited for us to go. I don't we just don't go to the movies anymore. It's not because we dislike them or anything. We just wait till they come out and we can see them in the comfort of our own home, but this was one that I'm like, "I need to see it now." I've been listening to the original soundtrack nonstop, and then the new one, came out, which if you don't want spoilers, do not listen to the new soundtrack, but I already heard spoilers from TikTok and stuff, so I listened to it, but sorry for, like, the chaotic, nervous energy. I am just, like, so much is happening right now, and I can't think straight. But, yeah, I'm, like, full-blown crazy, crazy this morning. Hi, Laura, I need to message you back, which yeah. Also, my phone updated last night. There's a new iPhone update, and it's not that different, but there are some things that are a little different, and it's kinda just throwing me off. It's just another thing to add to the plate. Hey, Beth, finishing my coffee, and then it's time to prime the guest room. Yay! Oh, also, this is also why I'm, like, chaotic and chaos right now. Matt is officially off as of today for the season. It's a week later than what we expected, and then we honestly were thinking he was gonna work again. I thought he was gonna be working today, and he's not. So yeah, just chaotic morning. But that's exciting. I'm glad that you're getting that room worked on. I know it's been a big project and on your to-do list. Hi, Elise. I made breakfast and walked my dog, and now I'm all settled to keep reading Quicksilver on chapter 8. Well, you're farther than me. I I started reading it in September and I got to like chapter 2, but I didn't have the audiobook. And then we ended up picking it for Tales of Starlight. So I'm like, I'll just put this on hold. And now I'm like, I have just over a week to read it. But it's all good. But that sounds delightful. Is it cold by you? It's so cold. Well, I mean, it's actually probably warmer than normal, but we finally dropped here. Uh, and that's another reason it's been like if sit down for any long period of time, I don't want to get back up because I'm freezing. um, yes, by Callie Hart. Okay, that's what I thought, but then my brain, I can't. I'm trying to manage too much stuff right now. I'm just going to start Quicksilver. I just got through the pronunciation guide. Okay, so I'm very thankful for pronunciation guides. However, when there's so many, then it's very overwhelming to me. But I have the audiobook, so I'm thankful for that because I cannot pronounce words even when it's spelled phonetically. It helps, but I'm definitely someone that needs to listen to it 1,500 times before I can remember it. Hi. Sorry, I love that, you and Laura I was like, "Wait." So, Laura and Tina, you both read and crochet, which I love, and I actually got the crocheting itch, and I was crocheting a bunch of stuff, and now I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have time." Um, but I made a cow, I made a dinosaur, I don't have any of that stuff with me. Um, but crocheting has been really nice because then I literally can only focus on that one task, but right now I don't have that luxury. But you are about 70% into Quicksilver, hoping to finish today. I'm so excited to discuss it with you guys. I will finish it. I am the type of person that even if I didn't start the book until 2 days before, I will finish it for book club. And I'm really excited. I've also been reading so many like 5-star reads, but in different genres. So I'm pretty excited. I would like to finish The Women before I start Quicksilver, but we'll see how that goes. I just borrowed it from Kindle Unlimited, hoping to read on breaks from the room. That sounds perfect. Yeah, it is on Kindle Unlimited, which is like the main way a lot of people are reading it because every time I went to go order the physical copy, it would like be out of stock and they would restock it and then it went out of stock. They restocked it this last time. I went to go snag a copy and it's all pre-order now. 'Cause I'm such a tangible person, but I was like, "I'm gonna save money and read it on KU first." But it is on Kindle Unlimited if you guys, haven't snagged your copy yet. There's still plenty of time. There's still plenty of time. I saw Wicked on Broadway back in high school. I've owned the book for a while, but have yet to read it. Very intrigued. It's something. I like I don't like, a lot of people said they hated it. A lot of people said that the book scarred them. And, like, because so many people have seen the musical and they go into thinking that it's exactly like it. Yeah, I can tell you I haven't seen the musical. I've always wanted to. They actually had it at Michigan State when I was at Michigan State, but I could not afford to go or, like, it was sold out, and I have never gotten to see, like, any of the Broadway plays ever, which well, not on Broadway or when they, like, travel, because normally they sell out by the time I find out about it, or I was a broke college student and couldn't afford any of it. But because of Glee, already love Wicked, I already love, like, the original cast, um, yeah, I'm all about it, but if you don't like crude and raunchy and super political, books that go way, way far into detail more than is what is needed, you probably won't like the book. Right now I was at like 4 stars with it. Now I'm probably like 3, 5. There's just some things that have happened that are like really inappropriate that I'm like, what was the point of that? There was no rhyme or reason, and it just keeps happening. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll finish it before I see the movie because it's a long audiobook. I don't remember. It is if you have Audible, it is free on Audible because that's how I'm listening to it. And it's different. It's different, but I don't know. I'm not hating it as much as everybody else, but I completely understand why people don't like it. But I plan on taking tissues to the movie because I already know I'm gonna sob. Sob. Oh, and Jonathan Bailey, oh, I'm obsessed. So I'm a huge Bridgerton girly. Jonathan Bailey is just life. I love him. I'm so excited. I've seen the musical Wicked 3 times and loved it. I tried to read the book a few years ago and DNF'd it. Yeah, that is what I've heard. I've heard so many of my friends say if they read it, they hated it. If they, did, pick it up, that they DNF'd it because it just was awful, and I completely understand why people do that. To me, I'm like, I read a lot of crazy stuff, but it's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite. However, I'm fully obsessed. Like, I made these book page holders that are pink and green. You can't, they're so sparkly in person, but the camera just never picks it up. So I made these. There's matching bookmarks. Uh, I made a headband, which is upstairs to wear. Matt and I are going to wear shirts. I'm so excited because I'm making shirts, which I still have to make our shirts, but that won't take too long. I already have it designed, but I'm so excited. I know it's gonna be like a whole part of my personality. I just wish I could sing. just a little bit, but I can't. I have an awful voice. Hey y'all, thanks for joining. I'm just like chaotic today. So welcome, welcome. Good morning, reading Killer Instinct, Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Hi, I have heard of that book, but I have not read it. Yeah, we're low 40s and rainy the last few days up here. That's pretty much what it's been here as well. Um, we did get snow a little bit the other day, but it didn't stick. But it went from like the most gorgeous fall of like sunny and a little too warm, but then now it's like gloomy every single day. And I'm like, yep, this is typical. This is more typical. I'm just not used to it now. I was enjoying the sunshine. I binged Quicksilver, took a bit to get into, and then couldn't put it down. Finished at 4 a.m. a couple weeks ago. That's awesome. Yeah, when I was I was only on chapter 2 when I had picked it up, and I was reading on a plane, which I don't do well, especially starting a book. I don't do well um traveling. Now I have noise canceling headphones, so maybe it'll be better. There's so many noises, and when you're trying to get into a book, especially a fantasy book, it takes me a minute to learn, the names of everything, understand the world, um, all that stuff. So I've only heard really good things. So part of me is like trying not to get too excited so that it's overhyped in my brain. Everything is updating and I'm not understanding what is going on. My Snapchat just sent me a Snapchat from myself. So I don't know what that means. Also, the audio from of Quicksilver, the male narrator voiced Rhys-San in the dramatized version of ACOTAR. Okay, I'm not okay. I'm just gonna die dead now. Between Quicksilver and Jonathan Bailey and Wicked, I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die dead. For my Swifties, you understand that reference? I did find a physical copy of Quicksilver at my local Books A Million. So, I know they had them. I looked online. I don't have a Books A Million. I know. I live in rural Michigan. I have a Barnes& and Noble 30 minutes away. I think the closest Books A Million is, like, an hour and a half, 2 hours away from me. But so I looked online to order from Books A Million, and they didn't have it either. It was all pre-order, which is fine. I'll probably order it after I read it on my Kindle, book trophy and whatnot. But I just like having the physical book. That and so my Kindle is super, super old. So, uh, Laura with Laura Reads and Crochets, she told me about changing the color on my iPad. Like you can change the text and the background color so it's not so glary in your face. But Matt's on the other side playing video games, and he did say I might get a new Kindle for Christmas. It was either that or a cat, and he's like, "A Kindle it is." For any of you wondering about my cat update, because I lost my cat earlier this year, and I've just been wanting to get another one. Yeah, it's not going well. The cat distribution system hasn't bestowed itself upon me yet, so I'm still waiting. But okay, we will get into our first sprint. Like I said, it's going to be kind of chaotic today. I'm going to be working on stuff. I'll probably listen to Wicked, if not the soundtrack. And if not the soundtrack, then I might listen to the women. But we'll see. I'm so sorry that I'm just like, I drank a bunch of coffee so that I had motivation to get out of bed. And now I'm like, I think I drank a little too much. Hey, Yvette, going to finish the third Gilmore Girl. Are you liking it? I want to read that one. There's so many books I want to read. I'm so far behind. Okay, like I said, sorry, chaotic. But I'm gonna work on some small business stuff. Message some of you guys back, and we're gonna hit our first sprint. Let's go for 39 minutes so that it's the top of the hour. Hopefully that works for everybody. Okay, let me just get it. Okay, now it's 38 minutes. Hurry up, Sam. Okay, it'll be close enough. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back. That went by really, really fast. And sorry about the mess. My room's just chaos right now. Um, okay. How did everybody do? I ended up listening to the soundtrack, so I was jamming out. And I was sanding the back. So these are book page holders. I've been making a ton because I have my vendor event. I restocked my Etsy. So there's all those. Uh, but I sanded the backs of them because then I finished them with resin, so they're like a dome. Some of them have like fake sprinkles because I kind of did like a honeydukes. Like these can be like wicked or honeydukes. And then I did like the Tiffany teal version. So some of these have gold flakes in them, and then some of them have faux sprinkles. Aren't they cute? But yeah, for like Christmas this year, I decided to do like a Honeydukes inspired drop. So I have like gingerbread candies. I mean, like gingerbread isn't Honeydukes, but like Christmas candies. And then these are also like perfect timed with like Wicked. Uh, yeah, and so some have sprinkles, some have gold flakes. All of these have matching resin bookmarks. Um, and they're all listed on my Etsy shop, which is Willow Star Market. It's linked below. Everything is 25% off. Or if you sign up for my Patreon, you get 30% off for this month and next month. But I have a vendor event next weekend for Small Business Saturday, and then I guess Small Business Sunday. I also am doing a readathon with a bunch of my friends next weekend. So let's just make it chaotic, which is called The One with the Hunter and the Turkey. And I'm really excited for that. I'm hoping I'll get a lot of reading done, even though I'll be at my vendor event for most of the day. It's pretty chill. I've done enough vendor events now where I feel a lot more comfortable, and it's a local one. Um, and then that gets done at like 4-ish every day. So then I'll be able to just read hopefully the rest of the day or pack orders. We'll see. But I've been working my little booty off on lots of stuff. I'm working on tumblers too. It's just chaos right now. But how did everybody else do? I felt like that went by so fast. That's just I love it like when I work and like time flies. Like I obviously love what I do and I'm really blessed that I get to do it. But oh my gosh, if time could just like chill and slow down a little bit, that'd be great. But yeah, I was like jamming out to the soundtrack. It's so hard. I've heard that there's been theaters where people have been singing at Wicked, and I hope that doesn't happen, but, like, I know it's gonna be really hard not to sing while watching it, but it's okay. I just hope we don't have, like, a crowd where a bunch of people are singing because that'll be Matt's worst nightmare. So, okay, Matt is like, "I don't like musicals." The boy loves musicals. I should call him the boy. The man. He loves Disney movies. He loves Disney, like, he loves going to Disney World. He also Grease was, like, his favorite. Um, and then what else? I don't know, he loved John Travolta growing up, so and Matt can dance, he's a good dancer. Um, and he can sing, and I can't. I wish I could sing. Anyways, sorry. How did you guys do? How is your Saturday going? Mine is flying, and I'm chaotic and had too much caffeine. Hello. Yeah, so I'm working on small business stuff. It's going good. How are you and what are you working on? You totally forgot about this. That's okay. It's my days are so off. My sleep schedule is so off. I said earlier, Matt is officially off for the season. As of today is his first day off. My husband works road construction, and in Michigan, that is a seasonal job. So half the year he works, half the year he has off. It's really awesome. But now, instead of him waking up at like 5:30 in the morning, we'll now sleep until like 7, 8, 9. I don't know. We'll see. So I've been working late at night And so now I'm hoping to get to join on more people's sprints because we would go to bed so early. So now, like, night sprints, I can hang out with people more. My whole schedule is going to be changing. Yeah, so like 11 a.m. now is about to be early for me, but you're here now and I appreciate it, Wendy. I hope you're having a great Saturday. I read a couple more chapters, so easy to follow in this story. Holy cow. That makes me so excited. I could scream. I can't wait. I was wrapping Christmas gifts. Holy moly, girl. You are like, have your A game. You're already wrapping presents. That is crazy. I'm very proud of you. I am not one of those people. I am like wrapping stuff before we go to meet who like that side of the family, uh to like everything. My friends know that they will get their Christmas presents after probably New Year's. Cuz that's wholly productive. Oh, okay. So there's been a lot of discussion on the girlies who read Patreon about like some stuff happening with maybe uninspired drop that I might be doing. So Wendy, I need to know uh if this makes sense or not. So okay, wow, this is not showing up good at all. This is I had extra resin, so I was just doing a test. This is not happening anytime soon, but I don't know if you can see. It's like purples and blues. And then I plan on doing like some vinyl of some inspired sports things. I don't know if that helps at all. I also did like a Stanley topper. I was just testing it out because I had some extra stuff, but the colors are not showing up at all. It'd probably help if I stopped moving too. So I don't know, Wendy, if this is like ringing any bells. I know some of my stuff that I do is very because obviously I don't want to take anyone's idea and there's copyright and trademark and like all of that type of stuff. Like this is not Wicked. This is pink and green glitter book page holders. Um, you know, I just like candy theme stuff. But I have been doing a lot of like bookish inspired drops. And it's like if you know, you know. If you don't know, you have no idea. But there's been a highly requested one in Jordan's Patreon, and I finally read the book and I loved it. So I'm also like, I'm in Christmas mode. I need to work on this, but I've been like dabbling in that. You'll read this time. Reading Rock, Paper, Scissors. I'm really curious on what you think of that. That's one I want to read, but I have heard so many mixed things. But I don't know. Normally when there's like mixed opinions, I'm like, I'll read it anyways. Have 30 minutes left in The Third Gilmore Girl. Highly recommend. She is just a force. It sounds amazing. And I did why am I blanking on her name? It's her last name is Graham because that's my dog's name. So the girl who plays uh Lorelai, um I read her or I listened to her autobiography or whatever it wow, my brain is blanking, and I loved that, so I can only imagine The Third Gilmore Girl is so good. Read one chapter, I need to feed my pup and decided to feed myself. Yes, you gotta fuel yourself and your baby. uh, Matt fed me right before we got on here, which has been so nice because if you guys normally come on my sprints, I won't eat until sprints are done, and then it's like middle of afternoon, and I'm like, I'm starving. My stomach is freaking out at me, but he fed me until I'm actually full. Maybe that's why I have so much energy right now too. It was the coffee and the food. My body's like, fuel, you fed me. So we're not priming for a bit because it's like 70-plus-year-old wallpaper on the ceiling. Decided it's done remaining on the ceiling. Oh no. Don't you just love it when like it is like, nope, I'm gonna be a permanent fixture, and then you're like, fine, whatever. you know, we'll deal with what we have, and then it's like, I am not gonna be a permanent fixture. Oh, I'm so sorry, that's so frustrating. Old houses, man. This room is new because Matt did this for me, was it 2 years ago already? But our house was built in the 1950s, and there's just some wonky stuff. Some things I like because it's, like, character, but yeah, our whole house was wallpapered, even our bathroom, like, in our bathtub area, we had carpet in the bathroom. Yeah. So, old houses, I get it. That book is high on my TBR. Honestly, Laura, I'm surprised you haven't read that yet. That would be. Laura is such a huge Gilmore Girls fan. I love Gilmore Girls. I didn't read, I got sucked into a game show and making Christmas tree ornaments. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I know, okay. So I plan on doing a full Honeydukes, like, decoration in this room, and I have, like, all these ideas I plan on doing, and I just have had no time, which is really good because my business has been really busy, but at this rate, I'm not gonna get to decorate for Christmas until, like, the week of Christmas. I do have okay, I'm gonna move you guys. I forgot to turn it on. Oh my gosh, the only reason that my tree is up is because it was already decorated and it was just in the cellar, and I just had to, like, put it there. But, I did, like, a Honeydukes theme last year, and so I wanted to add to that and add stuff onto my shelf. I did put up my gingerbread Loungefly, it's Mickey on one side and Minnie on the other, but I wanna make ornaments. I'm making ornaments to sell, this weekend, but not for myself. Uh, 30 pages read, fed the cats, and made a latte. That sounds amazing. That sounds like a perfect, catter day to me. I want a cat so bad. I'm really hoping after Matt and I are done traveling for the holidays, that we might see if we can foster a cat or 2. If he's not ready to commit, it's fine. I have to wrap my kids' gifts as I get them so they don't peek. That is so true. Uh, I remember my parents doing a really well, I shouldn't say my mom. It was mostly my mom. My dad didn't. He didn't wrap or buy or do any of this stuff. But my mom was really good at hiding them at my grandparents. Um, and then in the back of the car, she would put like a blanket over top. But I think they were wrapped. I think she would wrap them at my grandparents' house before she brought them home because that's hard with littles. April, you're okay. Currently walking into the theater to see Wicked. I'm so jealous. I get to go see it in 6 hours and 15 minutes. No, I am, like, so excited for you. I can't wait. Both April and I have been geeking out about this, like, for a long time, and we both love Jonathan Bailey. Uh, and I'm just totally I cannot wait. I love it. Okay. So I was going for, like, the original book cover, but I'm planning on doing, like, different variations. I thought that'd be fun. I thought that'd be fun. It's inspired, which is perfectly fine. Yes, like, and I have to. And even with stuff, like with books, normally, as long as they're not super popular, like a lot of people can use stuff, but I don't like quoting. Like that's someone else's work. So like when I make stuff for myself, I'll quote things, and I'll do like copyrighted stuff, like for me personally, but for selling, like I could never. uh it's just yeah, I don't dabble in that. Lauren. Lauren. Oh, Lauren Graham. I was like, okay, I thought it was Lauren, and then I was like, is that Lauren Graham? Yeah, Lauren Graham. I was like, what are you saying Lauren about? Lauren Graham is Lorelai. I love her. Uh, yes, I remember Graham though, because Graham's my dog's name, which I didn't name him after Jude Law in The Holiday, but that is, like, where I heard that name, and I loved The Holiday, um, the movie. So, when I got Graham as a puppy to raise for Leader Dog for the Blind, he's an English lab, that's why he's, like, short and, like, has a big, fat, squishy head, um, that I just love, but he was like a graham cracker color, which is so weird for a lab, like, he's a yellow lab, but he was golden. He was actually more gold than my golden retriever. Branson's always been a blonde, um, just he's always been a blonde, but, Graham, when I heard that name, I was like, "He looks like a Graham." Like, Graham has been an old soul since he was a puppy, and, like, Graham is, like, an older name to me, but there's so many, like, Lauren Graham, yeah, Graham from The Holiday. I love that name. This is starting to worry me that the craft room is going to take me 3 to 6 months. My goal was when my brother-in-law comes in the beginning of February. I'm so sorry. I'm really hoping you get it done before then because I know how important it is to have, like, your own space and to try to get stuff done by, your deadline, but it'll be okay. I'm hoping for the best and that you guys are able to figure out how to take care of that because that is rough. That's how our home construction I won't talk about it because Matt does a really good job. Like, Matt does a great job, but there's either time or money, and you never have both at the same time. And so we have so much, like, projects that have been started but haven't been finished, and then there's so much we want to do, but financially it's not, like, super easy to do, especially because it's like, yeah, we can do it, but then what if this happens or what if that goes wrong and what if we have to replace this? And we have like original windows in most of our house. Like I would say like 80% of our house has original windows and they're getting pretty bad. Windows are not cheap. So, yeah, that's rough. I'm sorry. I love critters, but must admit the absolute psycho antics of the kitten can be a bit much at times. I had kittens growing up that were, like, nocturnal, and that was so hard, is they would, like, run across my face all night, and I was like, "Just sleep. Just sleep." Our cat that we had that we lost was the absolute best, and so knowing that we might get a cat that's not as good as her, it's just hard and scary, so I think that's, like, fostering would be best, but cats are chaotic. They can either be, like, the chillest thing ever, or they're just chaos and terrors. Which is super interesting that his initials are the same as her character. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm totally blanking. It's me, not you. The Holiday. I love The Holiday too. Hannah at, the teacher's TBR has Comfy Cozy, her book club, and she's doing a Christmas watch along, and I saw, like, The Holiday was gonna be on as one of them, and I was like, "Ah, my gosh, I can't wait." Oh, her initials, Lauren Graham and Lorelai Gilmore. I never thought about that. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Um, yeah, I love her, and then, yeah, I love The Holiday, absolutely adore it. It's probably one of my favorite Christmas movies. Also, completely I guess not completely different. I also love The Holidate with, wow, I am blanking, Emma Roberts. I was like I can see her face, with Emma Roberts, I thought was hilarious and, like, so cute, and I love that one too. I love Christmas movies. I haven't watched any. Also, I got a book, the author oh, it's over there. Is it Anne Marie Meyer or something? I just see Meyer as the last. I bought it off of her TikTok shop. She has a book called Christmas Land. That instantly pulled me in. But Hallmark actually made her book into a movie, but they changed the name of it. But I wanted to watch the movie after I read the book. And what else was I gonna say about that? Oh, Hallmark also came out with their I thought they were doing, like, a Taylor Swift, Travis like, Christmas movie, but it's just, like, the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know, but Mama Kelsey's in it, so I do wanna watch that one too. Katie, I haven't read this book. I'll be reading it in December. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. I haven't started Quicksilver either. We're discussing it on the 2nd, December 2nd. That's a Monday, a week from Monday, so I gotta get on it, but I've only heard really good things about it. I have not. I need to. I ended up okay, so I was trying to finish Binding 13, which to people who don't know, I was trying to do a Binding 13, like, inspired drop. That'll probably happen in January. That's what I'm gonna plan is, like, a Binding 13 drop, so if you haven't read Binding 13, I do recommend it. It is about teenagers in Ireland, which high school really isn't my favorite age for books. However, it is very emotional and talks on a lot of real deep uh just intense topics. So check out the trigger warnings cuz it is not it's like a 16 and older type book. But I loved it. It's a huge book. And anyways, so I think I'm gonna do a Binding 13 inspired drop probably the end of January after things like calm down, but I'm absolutely loving it. I want to read the next one. That ended up taking me a little bit longer to read. And then I was like, oh yeah, I have time to read The Women. And now I'm like, shoot, I need to read The Women and Quicksilver ASAP. But I've heard that Quicksilver is pretty bingeable, and I figured with the readathon going on next weekend that I can at least read it then. Uh, you know, waiting last minute. I know. And Wendy, you were doing so awesome about the Tales of Starlight. We do have a Discord. If you go to the Tales of Starlight book club Instagram, the link to the Discord is on there. And Wendy was I can't wait to read all of like your chapter breakdown. Uh, words are not working today. All of your chapter like blurbs and what you thought because you were in there a ton, and I'm like, I just want to know. I want to know. I just don't have time. I only do quotes if it makes sense out of context of the book movie. Like if you know, you know, but if you don't, you're not missing out completely. Yes. Yeah, like I just did a bunch of Wicked stuff, but that was all like personal use, use it for yourself. But what I did want to do, I didn't have time. I'll probably go back through because I'm guessing I'm going to be obsessed with Wicked for a while. So like I have these that are pink and green, and on the bookmarks I wanted to do something like reading through life on the bookmark because you know instead of dancing through life it's reading through life and like so you'd have to know, you know. um or what else was I going to do, like I don't know, there was another word that I planned on doing because like you can't do wicked, like that's like no. Um, but yeah, I did quote where Alphaba and Glinda are talking about each other. Like that's what Matt and I are gonna do for shirts. Uh, so his is gonna say blonde because he is blonde and it just fits. It fits. I can't wait for Matt to see it. I can't wait to see what he thinks of it. I can't wait. Holiday is so funny. Yes, it's like to me, it's like a mixture of the like rom-com Christmas movies and like the cruder Christmas movies. It's like a good balance to me. Because sometimes like I don't always love the classics because they're kind of cringy, but at the same time you're like, "Ugh, no, it's a classic. That's just like It's funny. And then I just thought the holiday was a good mixture of both, where you have a little bit of that, like, ugh, that little cringy, but then you have, like, this sweet, like, "Oh, this is so charming." I loved it. Funny you should say kittens can be chaos. That is what we named her. We have an 18-year-old totally chill cat and now this crazy little 4-month-old one. Aw, I love that. I want a cat so bad. But I love that, yeah. Isn't that funny how, like, you'll have total different personalities? That's kind of how Graham and Branson are. They're both really sweet, but Graham is a couch potato. That dog just wants to sleep and eat all day. Branson will throw the pillow up, jump on the pillow. He's the type of dog that will, like, lay with his toy and just be like, I don't know how else to explain it. He'll just, like, play with his toys all day by himself. He used to play with our dog that passed away, like, they'd play tug of war and fetch and, like, they'd play, games with each other all the time, and Graham just is like, "Peace out. I'm gonna go on the couch here and sleep." And that's just how he's been his whole life. The dog and cat are old, so her crazies really push their buttons. Oh, no. Do you have the audio for Quicksilver? I am going to buy it. Unless, I have time to chat with you real quick. It's been so chaotic. What readathon? The readathon that is hosted by Hannah at the Teachers TBR and Maddie, this bookish cottage, are doing a readathon next weekend called The One with the Hunter and the Turkey. And it's a head-to-head team based readathon. So I do have a video on it with, I don't know if I put links in there. Definitely check out either Hannah or Maddie's channels for their videos, and they'll have a link to like the Discord, but you'll have to pick either team turkey or team hunter, and then when you read books it'll count as points, and then uh I'm not exactly sure how it's all gonna play out yet, but it's going to be like your points are gonna do different stuff and like will gain you farther, and there will be a bragging rights winner at the end of the readathon. So you should totally just join Team Hunter as completely non-biased. I'm on Team Hunter. On Team Hunter, there are different prompts for if you're Team Turkey or Team Hunter. So I guess pick whatever prompts speak to you, but I think you should join Team Hunter. It goes from Thanksgiving through that Sunday. So it's a short little weekend, but I'm excited because I like it when there's teams and it's head to head and you get points and you get to like fight each other over it. I binged it. Everyone was watching me update all day long. I love that though, and that's also a reason I've been procrastinating because I'm like, I could just put it off. I could just put it off. Because we know that I like to binge the book club books, like 2 days before. I think Spark of the Everflame, I started and finished the day no, it was 2 days before because I gave myself a whole weekend before the discussion, but I started and finished it in 1 day. It was so good. I also love The Princess Switch. It's so cheesy but good. I don't I think I know what you're talking about. I don't think I've seen that one in a while. Ugh, now I just wanna watch all the Christmas movies. Maybe after I watch Wicked, I have to listen to audiobooks. I was like, maybe I'll just have Christmas movies going on. I don't know. I don't have time for that. I'll be listening to audiobooks when I work, and then maybe I'll get to reward myself. We did watch The Wizard of Oz last night because I haven't watched that movie in forever, and I really wanted to watch it before seeing Wicked because people said there's a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of like shout outs and small things to The Wizard of Oz, and I really wanted to watch that. I have glitter on my face. Surprise, surprise. That's so funny. I can totally picture him playing like that. So and, like, he was so cute. When he was a puppy, we had wood floors. He would put his foot on his toy and slide it with one foot and then chase it with the other. Branson is our sweet, sweet boy. There's not a lot going on upstairs, but he is a sweetheart. But yeah, he would like drag it and like go after it. He'd toss the toys up. He's the cutest thing ever. He's honestly the sweetest, most precious dog in the whole world. Graham is spiteful and the bane of my existence. He is a daddy's boy. He loves Matt. And I'm at the point where Graham has been so selective with his hearing, when he's outside that I'm like, "Matt, you could just take him out," because Graham will just he, like, lollygags outside. With Matt, he goes out, does his business, comes right back in. With me, he's like, "I will smell the wind for 10 minutes, and then when you don't look, I'll try to eat dog poop." And so you have to watch him the whole time. If he just went out and, like, didn't try to eat anything inappropriate, then I'd be like, "Fine, whatever, just chill." No, he only does it for me. And Matt's like, "That's because you don't punish him." And I was like, "No, the dog loves you." Oh, yes, I saw you all dressed up and I died of laughter. Need to look into more info on the readathon. Yes. I used to be a hunter. I've never gotten anything. It's probably because I can't stop talking and moving, and I can't be quiet very long. But Matt did get a deer, which he got a 10 point, so that's nice because that's normally what we eat um all season long is venison. But I will if I ever stop talking. Absolutely joining Team Hunter, want to eat those gobble gobbles. Yes, Team Hunter all the way. At least it's fresh in your mind. That's the only reason, I wait last minute to read because my brain is like, "What?" I can't do it any other way. But I'm so excited that so many of you guys are gonna be joining the readathon. It should be fun. I can't wait to see everything that Maddie and Hannah have in store for us. It should be a good time. That and I like some good old smack talk. Okay. Uh let's get going on another sprint. I will be honest. Now my internet wants to go out. Um This will probably be the last one because I got a lot to do, even though I miss you guys and I want to hang out with you. And next weekend, I don't know exactly yet when, when yet, the words. I don't know yet when Maddie plans on doing sprints for the readathon, but there will be sprints sometime next weekend too. And so I'll be on probably Maddie or Hannah's channel doing sprints for that. But it's going to be a hot minute before I do sprints on here again. But with that being said, we'll get into our next sprint so we all can get working on stuff and reading. Let's go to quarter after, which is I will figure out the time. Oh my gosh, my brain is gone. You guys are like, this is what you say every week. It's goner. It's more gone right now. I know it's normally gone, but it's really bad right now. Okay, I will see you a quarter after. I gotta do mental math here. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, that went so fast. Oh, how did that go for everybody? I got a bunch of work done. I started cleaning up from my last resin pour. Ugh. I got a bunch of orders in. You guys are so sweet, and I'm trying not to think about it because I'll cry. Things have been like picking up, which thankfully it's the holidays, but it's been a really like slower than normal year with Etsy sales. And of course, like everything's picking back up and my blowtorch went out 2 days ago. One of my molds was ripping, like, which is fine, like that's just part of business. But it just felt like, of course, like now that I'm getting ahead again, stuff is going wrong. So I really do appreciate every single order. Um, and everybody that ordered today, it'll get shipped out Monday or Tuesday. My turnaround time, I try to keep like 3 days tops, but who knows with the holidays what that'll look like. But if I have it made, I try to get it out the door ASAP. Um, but yeah, I'm so grateful. Yeah, didn't listen again to anything. I was just listening to the soundtrack of Wicked, getting in the mood, and I'm picking at everything. Sorry. I'll give you guys my undivided attention. Um, but yeah, I'm so grateful. I love making stuff, so like when I find other people that appreciate it, I love it. I have filmed a lot of tutorials too. I just have not had the time before my vendor event to sit down and do them. I'm hoping after next weekend I'll be able to get them edited. I would like to get one edited before so that I have it for sometime next week, but not holding my breath at this point. Hey Jess, happy Saturday. Another small business. If you guys haven't checked out Jess at 99 Art Designs, you need to. She's got some really cute stuff. Um, or if you have a small business as well, Jess does a lot of custom logos and the pay signs like and QR codes and like tap to pay keychains, and Jess does some cool stuff. I love her stuff. Gosh, I feel that my laser wasn't working for a day. It was my fault, but scared me. Yeah. That's like it's just like little stuff, which it's all replaceable, but of course, like I didn't have a local store that had a torch that would work. So I had to buy it from Amazon and I'm just waiting for it to get here. Um and I have other molds, but I was like, of course, this is gonna rip now of all times, not, after the holidays. But it's okay. Up to chapter 13 now, I have fallen for Fisher. I can't wait. I can't wait. I know I'm gonna be obsessed because everyone that loves the same books as me is obsessed, and y'all are making me so giddy. Hey Christina, home alone today. What to do? Remember to hydrate and wrap the like button with some coziness too. Oh, that's so sweet. Home alone? Yeah, what are you gonna do? I think you should watch Home Alone. Um no, I think you need to do anything that you have been wanting to do. Don't worry about cleaning, don't worry about like organizing or things to do unless like we were talking about earlier with like kids and Christmas stuff. Maybe you need to wrap presents or do something like that. But I would say do what you want to do and refuel your mental capacity right now. Fill your own cup up and then hydrate. I am working on a bunch of tumblers right now, but those are mostly for my um in-person event. And then if I have leftovers, I'll post them on my Etsy. Finish my book, so amazing. She really lived a life. I love that. I love hearing I think that's why I like books so much, even though I read a lot of fiction, mostly fiction. But I love hearing about people's lives. I love because I think we all have a story to tell, and when we get to read the stories of others, especially people who have lived such, like, different or incredible lives. I just think that's so cool. But I also like ordinary lives because I think they're a lot less ordinary than what we think. Trigger warning for pregnancy termination, though. Good to know. Yeah, so if you read Wicked, anybody, they just pretty much any trigger warning that you could think of. Maybe not any, but there's pretty much every trigger you can think of, just FYI with Wicked. I'm reading slow, but this has been the first book in a long time that has had my interest from the start. That's really good. What are you reading again, Laura? I'm blanking. Um, this gonna bother me. I should know what it is. Um, but that's awesome. That's I don't always feel like just because I didn't binge a book doesn't mean I didn't love it. Especially like Binding 13. I wasn't sold from the get-go, but I needed to know more from the get-go. And oh no, my laptop is gonna die and I do not have a charger. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up really quick because my charger is upstairs and I don't know exactly where, and I didn't even realize my MacBook was low. Okay, I'll get through these really quick. I'm so sorry. Hi Penny, working on a couple orders, and then we're going to our local high school musical, The Addams Family. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I've seen like a lot of plays of like local stuff. My little brother was actually when he was in high school, he was in theater and he was in Mamma Mia and it was my favorite thing ever. I would love to see the Addams Family musical. That sounds amazing. Just filled my cup with coffee, trying not to nap. Yeah, I get that. You can nap when they all come home. Just kidding, but you can't. Quicksilver. Okay, that's I didn't know if you had started that, and then I was like, I think she's reading Quicksilver, but I don't want to assume. But that makes me so happy you're liking it. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. So sorry for being. Honestly, I don't know what else you guys expect. Thanks for hosting. Thank you guys. I finished True Biz about deaf culture. It was very good, but requires concentration to read. We had an ASL instructor interpreter come to our book club. That's so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, I'm sure that would be like a little bit harder to read, but oh, I bet that'll sit with you for a while. I love that. Laura's actually following the reading sprints theme, and we couldn't remember what book she's reading. She's the only one here actually reading the book. It's okay. Thank you guys. Sorry it was so short. Stay tuned because hopefully after the holidays things will be a little bit better. But I'm sure I'll pop in another time. But I hope you guys have the best Saturday. I appreciate you all so much, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.